Hey guys, my name is Simpzy. How are you all doing? Welcome back to some more Hearts of Iron 4 here today on the channel. We're back on our Soviet Union Road to 56 Man the Guns DLC campaign. This is episode 3. Here today we're going to be starting off on the 28th of September 1937. And I reckon World War II is going to kick off shortly for us. So guys, if you still are enjoying this series and want to support the channel, the best thing you guys can do is to leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here with notifications on. Let me know in the comment section down below feedback and suggestions for the series thus far, where you'd like me to expand and conquer. If you don't like myself or Hearts of Iron 4, feel free to leave a dislike. That is why the button is there. So we are playing on non-historical focuses, and we are playing on Chaos AI along with the Road to 56 mod. So let's recap our standing in 1939. So in the first episode, we managed to take out Finland pretty early on. Then we puppeted and subjugated Sweden, bringing them into the USSR. Further in the south, in the second episode, we managed to eliminate Lithuania, Estonia, and Latvia, taking the Baltic here. And further in the south, we managed to push down into the Middle East and puppet another kingdom as well. So overall, we've got a really nice sort of sphere of Soviet, Communist, Comintern influence from the Nordic countries to the Middle East. We've also managed to bring in Turkey. The Turkey Socialist Republic has now joined the Comintern as well. And we've also managed to flip the French to communists as well, the French Commune. So at the moment, we are quite strong compared to the Allies. So it's 1939. We've skipped a couple of years ahead. After we took those territories, we were able to sit back, relax. The thing is with the Soviets, you don't really need to join World War II until like 1941, but under the circumstances, things it's 1939, you never know. Hitler could probably take Poland, the Germans can probably take Poland, and then we might have to intervene on that front. So, army-wise, we currently have 236 divisions, around about 220 on the Western front here, 3,892 battalions in effect. We do have a small army in the Far East, in Manchukuo, just to deal with any betrayal from the Japanese. Okay, let's have a look at what's going on war-wise as well, because there's a couple of stuff we need to recap in the global theatre. Okay, so let's start off with the German-British War. So, the Axis, Germany, Italy, Albania, Saudi Arabia are at war with the Allied forces. The United Kingdom, Australia. Now, interestingly enough, the United Kingdom went down a policy of decolonizing the colonies, giving independence as long as they fight against the Axis threat. So, as you can see here in the likes of Africa, we've got Egypt, Sudan, Uganda, Somalia, Tanzania, Portugal, what else we got down here? British Kenya, all throwing back the Axis forces there. We've also got, what's this here? Bangladesh is now back as well. So that war has erupted, but in Western Europe itself, the Axis don't actually border with any Allied territory. It's mostly in Africa and in the Middle East. Greece has capitulated to the Axis threat, along with Yugoslavia has been taken out, so they're pushing this way. But there's a bit of an Eastern Bloc here, an Iron Curtain, if you will, between us and Germany. So, look, we want to try and bypass it eventually, but at the end of the day, the Allies are my enemy as well. So the enemy of my enemy is my friend. We want both of them to sort of battle it out so I can go and sweep up the scraps. There's a Laos, Vietnam war further in the south. Now, interestingly enough, the United States are at war. With the Japanese attack on USS Panay, the United States Congress and President declared war upon the Japanese. We are boosting communism there slightly as well. So maybe trying to flip the states could be a play as well. Yeah, so the Japanese invasion of China, where they were attacking them. The USS Panay got involved and got shot down, unfortunately. So the United States, in their Japanese war, they've lost 25,000 Americans to 52 Japanese, and unfortunately, by proxy, the Philippines was captured and conquered by Japanese forces in 1938. So that's quite interesting. It's going to be interesting to see where the United States falls in this campaign, because the Allies are quite weak. And then we have the Brazilian-Portuguese War here. Brazil is at war with Portugal, both Portuguese speaking. It's going to be interesting to see if either can capitulate the other, to be honest. And the United States has backed their Latin ally, Brazil. So Brazil, unfortunately, are fascist for now. At the moment, we are currently boosting communism in the United Kingdom, Mexico, and the United States. Just due to the Allied forces, they look like they're going to fall. The United States hasn't picked a side, so neither has Mexico, and Britain is going down this sort of, wow, okay, it's actually 58% communist there. So the Allied forces seem to be dwindling against the Axis threat. So we have 220 divisions on the border here now. Joseph Stalin is still the boss. Invest in engineering, that's what we're going for now. Research-wise, concentrated industry, breakthrough for our battle lines. We're getting artillery pieces built as well, recon companies, getting better quality them, advanced machining, hunt and destroy for our air force. Trade-wise, we're in a very good surplus for now. Construction, we're building a lot of military factories now. We've finally switched over from our civilian process, and we currently have 121 factories as well, and we are recruiting a fair few units within the western half of Russia in Moscow. Looking at my armies as well, we are slowly bringing in Kurdish and Swedish units into our ranks, and especially with those earlier wars in Scandinavia and in the Middle East, these guys are battle-hardened, keen and ready to go against any threats in Poland and stuff. So we can actually request some more Swedish Svendenreich units. So let's bring them to the front line quite quickly. So where's the orange line there? That's what we want. So we're going to be able to bring in... Oh, that's the wrong one there, unfortunately. That's what's gone and done it. There's actually too many front lines on the western front here. Oh man, okay, so we're going to have to make a new one here. I guess we can just chuck them here against Germany. That'll be fine. So we'll be able to get those Swedish recruits here now. So, look, you know what? What I thought I'd do now is basically unpause. Oh, okay. And because it's 1937, everything's going to kick off now. Obviously, Hitler invaded Poland in 1939, so... Let's have a look what's happened. So Portugal has joined the Great East Asian Co-Prosperity Sphere. Venezuela's joined the Axis as well. So now the Japanese forces and the United States join the Allies. That's a shame. Right, okay. So now the Japanese have a vested interest there, which is interesting. Yeah, because it's slowly starting to divide up there. So at the moment... the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago has capitulated, and I wonder if some of these wars will merge up as well. So now officially the Allied forces and the United States are at war with the Axis. So I want to try and get involved in this. The Empire of Brazil joins the Allies. You never know, the French could get attacked. They've now capitulated. The thing is, right, because the French government has joined us, it's sort of thrown out Hitler's plan, by the look of it, and Germany's plan. So, yeah, unknown focus. So we don't actually know where he's going just yet. There's a couple of options for him. Well, okay. The Thunder Dragon Empire has joined the Great East Asian Co-Prosperity Sphere. Who's that? Tibet, they've gone fascist. Yeah, just looks like China's getting smashed by the Japanese. Tech-wise, we're slowly going down infantry, support companies. We've got the BT-7 light tank in effect. We've also got some anti-tank stuff when we start fighting Germans. We're going down the mass assault doctrine as well. Air doctrine-wise, we're going down battlefield support. Engineering, you probably should get better radar towers in that spare slot. Industry's coming along well, and then there's some specialized stuff for Road to 56 as well. So at the moment, like I said, we are sitting pretty. The longer we wait, we allow the Allies and the Axis to fight each other, the better. We can't actively engage in realistically either, because I don't think we border any Axis territory. Oh, no, we technically do. Kind of. So down in Turkey, we do by proxy as Greece has capitulated. It's interesting to see that the Axis have gone into Yugoslavia and Greece more so than the Far East there. We do border Axis territory in the north near Danzig. However, that does not connect with the mainland of Germany there. Yugoslavia hasn't been capitulated, and neither has Poland there. So 1939 is the next election. So very well, there could be a there could very well be a communist election in Britain, and the United States is still far off. No elections in Mexico though. Okay, still going down the Soviet focus tree. Let's go with transform of nature. Okay, so that'll give us a construction bonus there and some rubber within our provinces. So at the moment, the war has kicked off between the Allied forces and the Axis. Netherlands continues works a brave gamble. Okay, so it's going to be interesting to see what happens to them. Because at the moment, everything is just sort of falling around us here. Oh, here we go. Ah, okay. So it does look... God, the Allies are just getting dragged into this big time. So they've joined the Allies there. So the Allies now are fighting in China. God, they are screwed. They are so screwed. That's why we're like nearly just better off waiting to see what sort of happens. Yeah, further stuff is joining the Allies. Look, you know what? I think I'm going to pause things here. I'm going to skip ahead. Oh. Does that involve me? Oh, I bet you it does too. No! Oh! Oh, what? The last thing I want is to be fighting the Japanese. The Japanese have declared war upon Xinjiang. Oh, you've got to be shitting me. I want to focus on the fascists. Not the Japanese. The Axis, rather. Ugh. Well, Xinjiang has been attacked. Call to arms. Wants to help. Japan and Portugal. No, I'm going to decline. I'm not allowing my front to descend into war. I don't want to go to war with them. I'd rather focus on the Axis forces. Fighting in China is an absolute nightmare. Trying to bring all these forces here that are focused on the Axis east is just not good. It's not worth it. We'll allow the Allies to do most of the fighting and the dying there. Yeah, so they're all trying to call me to arms here. No, I will not be joining in your war. Turkey's gone in, along with Mongolia, and that. Alright, let's skip ahead and see if any major power involved in the Axis, anything comes up to do with them. I really want to fight them. Rightio then, guys, it's time to declare a war and make some plays in Eastern Europe. It's the 14th of March, 1940. Now, not too much has happened. I still want to try and go to war with the Axis, but I've made the decision to declare war upon Romania. Now, there's been an interesting development here in the south. Romania has declared war against Bulgaria, and we're probably going to be able to use this to our advantage, because if we have a look at Romania now, they have a non-aggression pact with Poland, but they also guarantee their independence. So, if we declare war upon Romania, that would bring Poland into the fold. So, if a war kicks off, now we're at 100 world tension. The Polish and Romanians are either going to join, firstly, the Great East Asian Co-Prosperity Sphere, which will affect our eastern borders, or what I would personally prefer, the Axis, so we can actually push down here and fight them. I don't particularly want to be fighting in Asia, in China, and Japan just yet. However, as a backup plan, I have moved and reformed some of my armies. So these guys are going to push over to Romania and then Poland subsequently. I've also brought another 24 lot divisions over to Manchukuo here. So we've got 24 here. We have another additional 24 over here as well. And we've also, there's a couple of pockets of Japanese territory which we border. For example, here in Xinjiang, and we also border them here as well. I don't particularly want to be pushing against the Japanese in Manchukuo. We just kind of want to hold them here while we have air superiority over the top. We've got 4.8 million manpower in the bank. We're keen and ready to go. We are still dealing with problems of the officers' purge, which will be gone on the 19th of July 1940. So realistically, you don't really want to be facing any major world power until 1941, but seeing's we've gotten battle-hardened troops, my economy's up and firing, we've got a lot of allies here with the Turks and of course the French, so we should be able to at least pick apart these smaller countries here and focus on the Japanese and potentially the Axis here. Now, we don't want to be going to war with like 3 major powers. We want to be trying to focus on one. So without further ado, let's straight up war deck the Romanians and see what chaos AI and non-historical focuses does to us. How is this alternative history going to end? So let's declare war. Potential enemies. Yep, Polish Republic. That is fine. So we'll initiate all our attacks, except in Asia. So everyone, go, 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 go. So you're in the Far East, do not attack. Same with you here. To be honest, you could probably take this small Japanese point here. And I don't want to push in Manchukuo, but maybe if we can push in China, do some added pressure there. Alrighty, what's this? You can invite a faction. Who? Ah, Bulgaria. Right. Look, you know what? I have no harm in doing that. They're authoritarianism. They're neutral, so we'll see how it goes. But interestingly enough, Czechoslovakia is supported by the Great East Asian Co-Prosperity Sphere. And how has this changed Europe? Romania's joined them. Okay, so the Soviet Union is not at war with Germany. Okay, so you want to try and push over the borders as quickly as possible. You want to go, 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 go. Get over there and try and take as much territory as possible, because as they are at war with the Bulgarians, they're actually not on this northern line. So if we can get like a truck to go headstrong into Bucharest, that would be ideal. And then we're fighting the Poles here as well. So yep, we'll take that Lend-Lease. That is fine. Yeah, and Poland's joined them as well. Whew, that was a close one, because they could very well join the Axis as well. So we're doing quite well in Poland here now. But as there's not much Romanian opposition in the north, okay, they're slowly starting to move further back. We just need to take as much territory over the rivers as possible. Okay, and what do we want to go with here now? Forced urbanization. I think that's fine. Lend-Lease, call to arms, Bulgaria. Yeah, look, we'll accept it. We'll go in now. Oh, Afghanistan wants to join. Sure, you can come with us. And what else are we going with here? Research speed. We'll go with that then. Okay, so there still seems to be a lot more fighting in the north in Poland than there is in Romania. We're doing quite well though. They've moved their stuff back. The United States wants a non-aggression pact with us. Look, who are they a part of? Yeah, sure, we'll sign it. We'll sign a non-aggression pact with the States, and we'll sign a non-aggression with Neville Chamberlain. So we are currently boosting. Oh, we need to cancel that. Oh, Mexico's flipped. Really? That's cool. And we're still boosting in the States and the UK. It's still quite high in the States and the UK. So if we ever want to push a civil war in the Allies, we could very much do that. I was just having a look at some of my battle plans. Some are not on ultra aggressive because it's probably been quite some time has lapsed between some of the wars. Okay, air superiority, we have it as well, along with Lebanon joins the UK. We've got air superiority over there in Manchukuo as well. Okay, cool. So we're doing alright here in Romania for now. We want to try and take Bucharest as quickly as possible. Hang on a minute. So go for Warsaw, man. like push through there. Sometimes the hour baffles me. Oh my god, what is this spam? Oh, you couldn't go down like a United Commonwealth route, the UK. You had to make me... Oh my god, they want non-aggression pacts. All these independent countries. No, get the hell out of here. I'll allow troops to be moved through my territories. That's fine. Oh my god, the Soviet Union PO box has like exploded with correspondence with other foreign nations. Great, I love it. Okay, so we are slowly but surely making our way through Poland. So we're defending them there, which is good. Romania's on the back foot. The fall of Warsaw, we've taken Warsaw. It actually worked. That play around the back. Just to flank. Oh yeah, push up and take Danzig. And you can push down and take Krakow. We've just got the forward momentum here now. We have the numerical supremacy on Poland. We just need to wrap around and surround them here. So maybe like push for these sort of forts here, which are a little bit entrenched. Alright, so looking at the wars, so let's have a look at what's what. The German-British War, 50-50, 1 million to another 1 million. The German-Hellenic one, another 400,000 to 600,000 on either side. I guess we'll just call our allies where we can. That's another thing, and then this. Alright, so 97k we've taken out of Romanians. Poland 105k, and how many have we actually lost ourselves? 50k. Men of the Soviet Union. There's just so many wars split around, so it's hard to quantify some of the losses. So we're pushing Romania back here now. We're pushing into their taken territory in Bulgaria. So we've got those anti-tank guns now. A slight improvement. So let's bring more better quality anti-tank stuff in where we can. And what can we do now as well? Look, you know what? Maybe getting... Yeah, let's upgrade our motorized vehicles. So it actually says at the top here the main wars that we're a part of. So Romania has nearly capitulated, losing 107. The Japanese have lost 222. Portugal's capitulated. The Thunder Dragon Empire's capitulated. Poland's lost 112k, and we've lost 56. I wonder if there's that many Turkish forces moving about, because there were Turkish forces along with French forces moving about here. So we managed to take that small piece of island territory there. Good. So what I'll do with you is move you here, and you can be the strike force to hit the Korean Peninsula where we can. Okay, Poland has nearly capitulated. It does look like the Swedes are navally invading. Just close to Danzig. And Poland has capitulated. 17,000 rifles, 1.1 support equipment, and we've got some other equipment there as well. Fan-bloody-tastic. So we'll reorganize everyone up because we want to try and take out Czechoslovakia as well. Okay, so we'll try and rejig our front lines where we can. But it looks like we're going to be able to take the entirety of Eastern Europe quite quickly. So then, once we've done that, we're going to be able to bed in, potentially build some fortifications, repair and replenish where we can, and then we'll focus on the Axis next. Even though technically we want to try and make sure that this falls as well. So let's just give a couple of... Like, we don't need to give all the battle plans out, because realistically it'll just take too long. Alright, let's push through here. Yeah, we'll be able to replenish, repair, and then focus on the Axis. Technically we are at war with the Japanese, but we should be alright. So, how long until the Romanians capitulate? That's the only thing. 70k Soviet lives. We've lost minuscule casualties, to be perfectly honest. Alright, people want to move stuff through my lands. I'm perfectly happy to accept most of that. Alright, Danzig seems to be holding out here now. We might need a professional fighting force to sort of go for it. Look, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to request some of the... Actually, what I want to do, I want to request these Swedish units if I can. We can just recruit, get the 6. Like, I want them. Oh, they were French volunteers. Oh, no matter. We need to seize Danzig because it seems to be holding out quite well. And, I thought, seeing as we've capitulated Poland, Czechoslovakia would fall along with Romania quite easily. Yeah, it might take a little bit. Oh no, we seem to be pushing alright. Yeah, continue to just throw everyone to Danzig there. Make sure everyone gets in. Greece wants some stuff, that's fine. Danzig is about to fall to the Soviet Union. And this will really put us in a strong position to deal with the Axis. So he did alright pretty early on. It's actually mostly the Italians. They took out Yugoslavia, they took out Greece, but Germany haven't maintained supremacy in the Netherlands and Belgium, nor in Czechoslovakia either, which is kind of weird, but whatever. There's a small pocket of contention here. We need to push through and limit their supplies. Man, oh man, Romania is still holding out here, but like, no one's in their capital. Why not push for the mountain pass? We've overrun a massive amount there. Yeah, and Romania has capitulated. Perfect. And unfortunately, one of our generals has fallen. Oh, that's a shame. Afghanistan want me to have control of one of their divisions. We're getting to the stage where we're actually going to be occupying a lot of foreign territory. And, yeah, let's go with gentle resistance. That's what actually I personally prefer to do. So let's try and eliminate these guys here. And Czechoslovakia now is on the back foot. Last lot of Czechs here in northern Poland. They're now gone. But just due to the amount of wars that are going on, we're not going to be able to conquer and occupy this territory just yet. And we are struggling a little bit here in Czechoslovakia. I might have to read in my front lines once again. Because it's actually quite a narrow corridor to push from. I also might need to move my air force again. We needed it more so in the Polish and Romanian war, but like I said, just because of this narrow corridor, it can be a little bit deceiving. Okay, we'll make the play and the push there. Okay, I want to check on my other territory, what's going on over here. We took that with ease. I imagine there's been some skirmishes on the borders here, but yeah, like I said, I'm not really too crazily and keen to go. Okay, so these guys... okay. Because we don't have military access with them. Oh, well, that's fine, because these guys, realistically, can probably head there, to be perfectly honest. And we got some unassigned divisions there as well. Alright, let's push there. Do we have air superiority over the top? Yeah, I just had to move my air force around. That's what's gone and done it. Alright, there's a small amount of Czech resistance here. 155k to a million there. So to end this war, I'd imagine myself and France have to fall, yeah, for the Comintern. And what about the Allied forces? The UK and the States. And it's just the Japanese, yeah. 10 of Tuva. No, this is Xinjiang. No, I don't want 4 of your divisions, to be honest. Okay, we might have a breakthrough further in the north, but actually, no, I thought we're kind of struggling centrally. But on the left and right flank, we seem to be moving quite well. Okay, we're pushing with absolutely everything we've got. 122 to 24. The mass assault doctrine is really working out well here, and we still continue to have aerial support. Maybe trying to take some of these air bases. Yeah, like focus on this one isolated unit here. Turkey wants to send 16 divisions. Sure. We'll accept that. Turkey, compared to like Xinjiang, will have far superior troops. And controlling them would be a smart play, I reckon. Soviet bombers are coming over the top. But you've got to give it to the Czechs. They are holding out a lot better than their Polish and Romanian allies. 250k loss trying to push into this small, minute corridor here. It's just supply lines. That's the only thing. The major concern. We've also run out of oil for a lot of our machinery. We've actually rose to 8 million now, just due to the foreign occupation of a lot of these countries. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to directly control a lot of these guys. Romania, Poland, and Czechoslovakia just yet. 162 military factories in the 8th of July 1940, and we nearly should be able to get rid of the officer purge, 19th of July 1940 as well. That'll give us, because that's a pretty bad debuff. That's why a lot of people don't like to go to wars with major powers until like 1941. At the moment, we're still picking apart smaller factions that are backed technically by massive foreign powers. Organization, training, max volunteer, land doctrine. So you get a lot of minuses, of course. Okay, so we're still pushing against the Poles. Not Poles, Czechs. No. Look, we're getting to the point where we've just lost too many. Because it's such a narrow corridor, which is a pain. We're better off pulling back instead of throwing everyone, even with our mass assault doctrine. We've taken the airfield there. This still seems to be some more further back. Yeah, I'm just going to have to rejig everything up because the supply lanes, we just can't support everyone in there, which is a shame. It was worth doing it for time's sake. I thought we'd be able to bully them into submission, just force them in. But they still seem to be holding on. Right. One at a time, lads. One at a time. Okay, we're moving people back where we can, just to open up the supply lanes and logistics. And it should pretty immediately free things up. Even though we probably could bomb them into submission if we really wanted to. So we're just falling everyone back where we can. And yeah, we're just still holding them there in China as well. A fair few African countries just seem to be capitulating. Oh, yeah. Oh, wow, okay. Looks like Italy's put a lot of pressure upon them. Man, we've actually lost... Fucking hell, we've actually lost like nearly 300,000 men trying to push into Czechoslovakia. We might even need to fall further units back. I thought moving at least half of the army back might be a good idea. We are winning. Like in 2-3 pockets compared to like 5, but it's just taking time. We need to fall more further troops back, I reckon. Because the supply lanes in certain areas in this game are just trash. Wow, so we can't even have... We only can have like 60 divisions in effect. Okay, now it's a lot better here. 2 units are doing better than fighting with like 8 further down here. Come on. How many Czechs have we taken out? 365. We've lost 580 in this war all up. The French want to send me 26 divisions. Really? No, we won't accept that. Taking 14 from the Turks is not bad, but that amount from the French? Nah. We are still slowly but surely pushing against them. Bulgaria, 1. Yeah, we'll take the 1. We need to redo our front lines where we can as well. 1.5 to 1.9. Oh, is that them? They're sort of frozen here. If we're lucky, there could be a mass encirclement here if we go for it a bit. And make sure these guys like push that northern bit. Yeah, pin them from the sides where we can. Go, 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 go. Yeah, there we go. They're on the back foot now. Okay, what are we looking at here? Develop Vladstock. Maybe, yeah, no, we don't want to do that. We're not at war with them. Maybe increasing our crude oil slightly. Armored person character. Carrier. Let's bring that in where we can. They want to send us another 2 here now. Man, you got to give it to the Czechs. They've really knuckled down. Oh, whoa. That was quick. Germany declared war on Norway. Norway joins the Allies. Huh. Yeah, well, luckily we have our own communist interests in Scandinavia. But you got to give it to the Czechs. They're allowing us to fight to the bitter end. Germany anschlusst Austria. But yeah, they didn't take out the Czechs, and I can kind of understand why. It's pretty easy of taking it's probably easy taking Czechoslovakia from the east and west. Anyway, about to push into Prague now. We've nearly taken like 95% of their country, and they're still holding on. Norway wants to move troops through our lands. That's fine, along with Kuwait and further non-aggression pacts, which I'm not going to sign. Prague's about to fall to Soviet forces. So the main play here, once we've secured Poland, Romania not so much. Yeah, maybe under the circumstances now, saying Italy took Yugoslavia and Greece. But we're going to be able to take Germany incredibly easily now with Vienna, Salzburg, Graz, Munich and Nuremberg in striking range, and pushing up through the south to Berlin, hitting the smaller cities first of Leipzig and Dresden rather than like Posen in the Far East. Belgians People's Gift Offer Pact. Realizing that our tank designs are superior to their own, the cooperation of Belgium with shared designs so they can stand as a bastion of communism in Western Europe. We can make Belgium communism, really? But we have to give them tank designs. The Russo-Belgian Transfer Pact. Sure. Are they communists? Yeah. We can actually call them to arms. Oh, that's hilarious. That must be like Road to 56. And Czechoslovakia is now officially capitulated as well. And on that note, we're going to end the episode here with a Soviet-Belgian pact, and now with their capitulation. Alright, so not too much has happened over in the Far East, and I don't plan on probably fighting that in the next episode either. So we'll make preparations to declare war upon the Axis. In 1941, it's the 24th of November. We're probably not going to attack them this year in 1940. We just need to repair, replenish, and push on. So we've lost 655k. We've probably just lost shy of 1 million all up this time around, which really isn't that much, seeing as we've had a lot of wars. Unfortunately, guys, it is time to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. Let me know in the comment section down below your feedback for the series, and if you'd like to see more, that's the best way to ensure more content. Leave a dislike if you're not enjoying the series. Check out my social media links if you want to stay connected with me. Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, all in the description below. Highly recommend Twitter. Every single time I post a video, a tweet goes out. It's much more reliable than the YouTube sub box. These days, to get all the notifications for the channel, you have to click the bell, of course, to join the notifications squad. I do enjoy reading those comments. Patreon and merchandise link in the description below, along with the Steam group. Come and join the community on Steam. And on that note, unfortunately, I have to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching once again. Make sure to take care of yourselves. Go out and have a fantastic rest of your day. My name has been Simpzy. Goodbye.